Now she thinks that there's a prophecy. Lol. Where's your tinfoil hat? Was Takashima the one who started all of this? Before Mamiya Takuji. But still a prophecy. Okay. I'm sorry, but I really don't place much weight into what she said. So when she says there's a prophecy, I'm not gonna be like, well, 2 people said it, so it fucking must be true. Come on. Seems like that was Takashima's last post in that thread. Takashima's posts were ignored, and the thread about Shiroyama's accident went on to 1,000 posts. I looked for other threads. Vic Hazard is coming. Nice typo. The sealed oh my god. What is this? The sealed Nevas uses a specialized physics bug, i.e. an outer magic dark summons bug, to plant negative thoughts in the human race. That's the true nature of the battle between the dictators and tyrants of the world. Hitler, Genghis Khan, Marie Antoinette. Marie Antoinette? Since when was she a dictator? She didn't have power. What? She didn't do anything, etc. I mean, she literally didn't have power. Whatever. And us, the peasants, the revolutionaries, and the proletariat. Shiroyama Tsubasa was infected by the specialized physics bug. God. The Nevas used him to degrade me, the phenomena of inducing a low energy state with a negative energy blast. What the And the reason is because the Nevas will sooner awaken. Vic Hazard is coming. A great disaster will occur. Okay. Stay away from me, Vic Hazard. Lol. Please stay away from me, thanks. Okay, thanks. God, that fucking cat. I see that constantly, even today. Don't joke around. They weren't going to take her seriously. No, because it sounds insane. She sounded crazy. I probably would have reacted the exact same way. I didn't know what she was talking about, but it was full of hard words. I wasn't sure what else she expected anyone to say. See, I either go 2 ways. I either outright laugh at it and just completely ignore it, or I take them to the extremes and absurdities and make them explain everything, and then I just look at them as, you're just insane. Who's Vic Hazard? He sounds like some big guy. Vic Hazard's not a person, it's a great disaster. Honestly, I think it's the aftershocks from the worldwide recession. Vic Hazard was the reason in front of the station closed down. I know what you mean. That's wrong. Yeah, I probably was wrong. Though I didn't really know what Vic Hazard was either. The Nevas implanted the specialized physics bud in Shiroyama Tsubasa in order to induce a low energy state in one of the angel warriors, the only beings that can stop the Nevas. Okay. Every angel warrior is targeted by an assassin, and that was being manipulated by a specialized physics bug. However, every specialized physics bug within the barrier, Tokyo's 23rd ward, has been exterminated with the combined power of the Golden Angel Remover and the Flashing Blue Angel Knight. Since Shiroyama's brain had been devoured, he went insane and jumped from the roof within the specialized physics bug disappeared. After that, the thread was filled with trolls. Yeah, okay. That's enough reading for the day as I close the laptop. People make fun of her, people getting mad, people who sounded a little scared, but at this point, the people in the thread weren't terribly scared. Come on. Everyone was just making a lot of noise with some crazy person on the internet. So then, when is the world going to end? You keep saying it's prophecy, but all I hear you talking about is stuff that already happened. When's the world going to end? Great disaster will occur on July 20th, 2012. Lol, next week? Nah, not just a few people, but many people will die. More than you can count. The planet will reach a bottleneck. A bottleneck? A bottleneck. You could probably think of it as a genetic bottleneck, a sudden decrease in genetic variety. It's when a lot of animals die and their genetic strains disappear. Like she said, that would be a great disaster. Yeah, except there is no evidence that a bottleneck is going to occur within the next fucking week. Yeah, years in the future, there's definitely going to be, because scarcity of resource, it will create a bottleneck. But until then, we have no proof of that it's going to happen anytime soon. We shall perform the brain reverse on July 12th, 2012. Then everyone will know the fact that I'm not human, and the fact that the world is heading toward destruction. Okay. She was writing about this brain reverse on the day she committed suicide. Actually, isn't that word? I looked for the words I'd copied off of Takashima's desk.
これってやっぱり高島さんの机の上にあった落書きと同じだ。
Which meant that there were no doubts that the posts were made by Takashima. Brain reverse, R. Megiddo, Nebula Cloud, Elhimuro, Angel Remover, Angel Knight, I am Angel Advice.
エンジェルアドバイスが高島さん。ということは、それにも出てきたエンジェルリムーバーとエンジェ
The
ル
other two
ナ
that
イト
jumped off the building. The two that were with her. It all made sense. So I guess what she said, I'm not human, she was saying that because she thought she was an angel warrior, Angel Advice. Okay. Vic Hazard shall arrive soon. I am going to call that Dick Hazard at one point. At one point, I'm going to say that. Amazingly, she hasn't read someone that immediately said that. 9 o'clock in the morning on the 12th. Apparently, that was her last post. Here's the day she performed the brain reverse. In other words, that's when she jumped up from the rooftop.
これはその日の夕方に立ったスレ。
Yeah, it's like
ちょうど
someone...
自殺のすぐ後に当たる。
Yeah, $20 someone's doing it for her. To make it seem like she's not real. Or human. I got something weird, scary. You got an email, but the picture and message are weird. Through death, I've been reborn as a warrior, and so that they said, but it hurts. I have no body, but it still hurts. It hurts because I've been broken. Therefore, everyone must die. You will die in 8 days. All of you will die. The address on this was Takashima Zakuro. I got one too. That's the same as I got. What's up with that? Is it really from Takashima Zakuro? After that, the thread was full of responses saying they had gotten the message too. Where's the person saying, no, you're stupid? It looked like almost everyone on the board had gotten one. The same question I was thinking popped up in the thread. Actually, Yuki didn't get one. She'll say it's because she didn't have a cell phone. No, but the people who are getting this message are clearly the people who are on this board. The site manager would have a list and registry of everyone who registered an email through said thread. So it's possible they just... And it was all emailed to them. So what they do, mass email whoever owns the site, mass emails everyone as Takashima Zakuro. The person who runs the site, most likely Takuji. That's how he did it. The same question I was thinking popped up in the thread. Did they all come at the same time? Doesn't it look like they were all sent at the same time? Yeah, you can send mass emails. I think it was around 10:44. It looks like everyone's getting them at the same time. Mine was right around 10:45 too. I think they were all simultaneous. Simultaneous transmission. Well, I suppose so. Every single one was at the same time, which means the sender had a register of names of some collection of data like that. Though that was assuming that Takashima Zakuro wasn't the sender.
名簿。例えば教師とか。というか、さすがにメールアドレスは教師が持ってる名簿にはないか。
Owner of the site has every single one that's listed. It's kind of hard to say, but I think those messages really are from Takashima Zakuro. I know because I had her address in my phone. I don't know if someone else might be using it, but the messages are coming from Takashima's phone. You're Satogo, right? I have it too. That definitely is Takashima. I mean, the address is the exact same, and the picture is from her phone too. Her phone's camera had a horrible resolution. What should we do? That's Takashima's phone. The picture is the same resolution as the picture we took it with it before. The same as the one we took at the restaurant. Is Takashima alive? Who's Satoko? Takashima died. She's not alive. That much is certain. And plus, what? I thought she had no friends, so why is someone using her phone and taking pictures? Oh, whatever. I'm scared. What should I do? Why are you scared? Takashima probably has a grudge against us. Was that message really from a ghost? Takashima's ghost, then, You guys bullied her? It wasn't just us at first. The whole class did it. Why just us? What do you mean, just us? I asked Akiko and Eri. The other people in our class didn't get the email. Well, we got it and we don't even know her. It's your fault. Go die so she can rest in peace. I didn't think it would. I didn't think it would turn out like this. Who cares? You guys shouldn't be the only ones receiving her curse. Actually, just before she died, didn't she say she wasn't human? We shall put her everything I know, the fact I'm not human, the fact that the world is heading toward destruction. That's what she said. Maybe she was already a ghost when she wrote that. She committed suicide after the post, so I think it's okay to assume she was human at the time. Don't say stuff like that to confuse people. The 20th is way too soon for the world to end. Maybe it's when Takashima's curse will happen. But still, it's not like one person's ghost could destroy the world, so the world won't end. It means that people who bullied her will perish on the 20th. They'll be killed by the curse. Why are people this stupid? What? Why? Why? The site manager clearly was there with her. They picked up her phone and mass emailed everyone that's registered through the site. That's how it happened. It's really easy to explain. Obviously. I mean, I say obviously, but I could be wrong, but that's how I'd go about it. If I wanted to mass email everyone to make it seem like she's a ghost, you get her phone, her message, whatever, and mass email everyone. Because you have a list. No teacher has it, no ghost has it. She's probably holding a grudge. That's why part of the curse was sending out that picture. I googled this. July 20th, 2012, into the world. What the heck is this? I clicked the link. That means it has to be legitimate. Sketchy as hell. Everything on the page looked like a lie. Totally an occult page. The page looked like it was thrown together in a few minutes. Would anyone really believe this? It listed events predicted by the webbot. The anthrax attacks in America in 2001. The East Coast great power outage in 2003. Earthquake and tsunami in Indonesia that caused 30,000 fatalities. Hurricane Katrina. I mean, a lot of these stuff you can just naturally predict. Oh, a natural disaster is going to hit Japan in 2011. Like, you could just make something up. And you can throw out hundreds of predictions. And as long as you're right a couple times, people will be like, wow, you're right a couple times. And also in 2001, was anyone really following this thing to verify that it actually did predict these things? And the last one. 2012, disaster level infinity. Wow. Totally legitimate. What's up with this prediction? Is that really right? This website was more like a little suspect. More than a little suspect. Even if it was just a coincidence. That was the same day Takashima predicted the world would end. Maybe she read it from here. No, they totally didn't actually look at the other thing and then say, oh, that's why. No. She didn't actually get her information from this site. No, no, no. Completely different. The site was full of nonsensical explanations for its predictions. This site must have been where Yokoyama was getting all her information. Now there was there nigh onto the great mountain herd of swine feeding. And all the devils besought him, saying, and send us into the swine, that we may enter into them. And forthwith Jesus gave them leave, and the unclean spirits went out, and entered into the swine, and the herd violently ran down the steep place into the sea. They were about 2,000, and were choked in the sea. And that they fed the swine fled, and told it in the city and in the country, and went out to see what it was that was done. And they came to Jesus and see him that was possessed with the devil, and had the legion sitting and clothed in his right mind, and they were afraid. And they that saw it told him how it befell to him that was possessed with the devil, and whence concerning the swine. Those verses were written there.
これって聖書の一節、キリスト教系の団体だっけ？
I imagine they're not a Christian
日蓮宗だった
organization.
ような。
Kind of creepy. Kind of.
さすがに疲れた。
Is it morning? Oh wait, no, we just came back early. I've been on the computer since I got home. Before I realized it, midnight had long since passed. Never mind, it is
な
morning.
んか外から明るい光が差し始めてます。はあ、夏は日が出るのが早いからな。
Well, that's because I was reading every thread one by one. That's why it took so long.
寝ないと明日も午後からとかになってしまいますな。
I stopped what I was doing the moment and crawled into bed. Hey, it's starting to come into focus.
見事です。見事に予測通りに遅刻です。
I looked at my watch. The time was exactly noon. I was laughably late for school.
美しいほどに遅刻ですな。
Oh, yeah.
まったく。
I wonder if the Wakatsuki sisters would be angry again. Probably not. It was only yesterday I skipped all my classes. Well, if I'm going to be late anyway, I might as well use my time wisely. I took some papers I'd printed out on my bag. I discovered the WebBot project site last night. The new White Lotus Association WebBot Research Facility.
あの変なページの場所。
I looked at the map and the train
これって
stops.
休校だから？
That occult-looking research facility should be right around the third stop.
新白レンゲ協会ウェブボット研究所。
Incidentally, I'd heard about an emerging religion called the White Lotus Association. It was pretty famous. Supposedly, it even had some political influence. But this organization was the new White Lotus Association. I wasn't sure if I should consider it a completely separate entity or if I should think of it as a related organization. Probably related. Well, either way, it's probably some sort of religious organization or a new science fad, like mad science and stuff. And that's normal.
確かめに行くっていうのはどうだろう。
Yeah, sure. What's the worst that could happen?
どうせ遅刻なんだし、まあどんな場所かぐらい確認したって危なくはないと思うし。
I mean, really, what is the worst that could happen? Like, you just experimented on for like hours and hours on end and you are kidnapped and no one cares about you anymore? Nah, that won't happen.
それに、
The origin of the prediction was so close to me, just 3 train stops away. The prophecy was made that close to where I live. And it was causing all this ruckus. There's no way I wouldn't be interested.
行ってみるかな。
I sat and waited until I got to the 3rd station, where I get off. The station was in a quiet residential area. It was totally unremarkable. It was no different from the place where I live, but that wasn't too surprising. Looking at the map that was printed out, I headed to the place it indicated.
ここが3丁目だから。
Tokyo never changes. Everywhere is pretty much the same. And because of that, it was a bit of a pain locating my objective.
見つからない。
Strange, I didn't see anything that looked like a research facility. If I had to describe the place, there's nothing but rundown apartments. Yeah, it's like it's not a real institute.
コーポ白レンゲか。うわ、まんまな名前じゃん。あれ？
There's almost no one living there. Probably Takaji's here.
一部屋だけ入ってるのかな？これって。
The post box only had one name on it. The rest of the slots were blank. I checked the electricity and gas meters. With the exception of one room, all of them had nodes to stop service.
やっぱりほとんど入居者がいない。
Many. There's one. What's going on here? This was all super suspicious.
それにしても。
The only nameplate that wasn't blank simply said Kotomi. with no last name listed.
このアパートのオーナーかな。オーナーが一人で住んでるんですかね。これって。
Ridiculously suspicious, right? It could be some rich guy's hobby. Though that would describe pretty much every mad scientist.
つうても多分そんなもんじゃなくて、新興宗教にハマったおばさんっていう線だろうな。
The name White Lotus brought to mind that other religious organization. There were several branches of it around here. And even if it hadn't, White Lotus does sound religious. Most people wouldn't name an apartment building that, usually. White Lotus is just like the lotus in the Lotus Sutra. I believe the original title of the Lotus Sutra meant the Sutra of the White Lotus of True Instruction.
思わずアパート敷地内に入ってしまった。
But still,
そんなに古いわけじゃないんだな。
the building didn't look very old, but it wasn't very well maintained. The owner, if the owner is still living here, why is it still beaten up?
まあ、オーナーが住んでるというのは私の勝手な推測なんだけどね。
Hello? Ugh. My eyes met those of the girl who'd walked out of the door. The girl looked at me in shock. Of course she was shocked. No one else was supposed to live here, and yet I was loitering in this area.
なんでここに。ごめんなさい。決して怪しいものじゃ。
I always believe people who say that. Oh crap, saying that made it sound like I actually was one.
今、誰ですか？え？誰ですか？みなかみというものでして、その、ゆきさん。ゆきさん。え？なんで私の名前を知ってるの？すみません。それでご用件は？いや、
Crap, she got right to the chase. And she answered my question with another question. I wasn't sure what to say given the situation.
上がりますか？ゆきさん。
Sure.
え？
Not real. Actually, no.
上がります。
No. The house. Isn't that kind of dangerous? She looked younger than me. You have no idea who could be in that building. I didn't think she could do me any harm. You have no idea who else is in that room. But I didn't know if there was anyone else inside the house. That definitely would have been dangerous. The building was completely normal. At least on the outside. What I could see of the electricity entranceway looked normal too. You are not going into that fucking room. It didn't look like there was any mysterious organization in there. Though of course that didn't guarantee my safety. I was still interested though. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. There's no way I could go home just after coming this far. Just stay outside the room. Just stay outside. Why are you going in, you moron? If you get raped and stabbed, it's your own damn fault. No, it's your own damn fault. Someone could literally be standing right next to the door that you can't see. You walk in, immediately stabs you. Good job. Anything that happens to you, it's deserved at this point. It's whatever. Oh wow, look, 2 areas someone could just be standing. Good luck. Naturally, the inside was normal too. Maybe.
飲み物は何がいいですか？お気遣いなく。
I swear to God if you drink anything from her.
大丈夫。
No, I don't need any liquid. I can get my own water.
その前に、なんであなたは私の名前とか知ってるのか聞いていいかな？ごめんなさい。そうですよね。
し不気味でしたよね。
いや、そうではなく。
私、間宮葉咲って言いまして。
That sounds familiar.
間宮葉咲。え、間宮？
I am so glad we're in his fucking house.
はい。ユキさんのクラスの。
This is wonderful. I can't wait until he comes home. I won't get drugged and killed in front of a bunch of people.
間宮拓司。
Well, that's saying. I don't know. There's a lot of mysterious stuff going around there.
拓司は父です。
Ew, ew, ew. The truth made me doubt what I was hearing. Did she just say father? Takashi had a daughter of his age? Of this age? What the? So he married incredibly young? No, even then, that made no sense. What's going on here?
それって。
There's two people named Takashi, right?
冗談です。
What?
ですよね。って冗談かよ。
拓司は私の夫です。
Another
冗
joke.
談です。
You're a weird one.
いや、
Can I leave already?
もういいから。
すみません。ユキさんと打ち解けられたら。
No, you just made it more awkward.
いや、まあ、なんというか、そんなお気遣いとかなくても。
すみません。本当は私は間宮拓司の妹です。
I don't doubt that.
妹さん？
はい。
Why is Mamiya's little sister in a place like this? What's the meaning of this?
お母さん。
お母さん？
Hasaki disappeared into the next room. I can see into the room through the crack in of the door. She looks normal. That must have been her mother. That's what Hasaki said anyway. She did look like she was old enough to be a mother. She looks crazy enough to be his mother. But her posture was rigid and her eyes were staring into space. It was like...
すみませんでした。
お母さんって。
She was gazing in one direction without moving.
はい。見た感じでわかると思いますけど、うちのお母さんは少し。
ご病気なの？
You could say that.
はい。それより、なぜユキさんがこのうちに？兄さんだって全くこのうちには近づかないのに。
ああ、ごめん。実はこれを見てきただけだから。
I showed her the pages I'd printed out.
ああ、これですか。
このサイトで出ている研究所の住所がここだったんで。
なるほど。新白レンゲ協会のサイトを見ていらっしゃったんですね。
やっぱりここって宗教関係の方々の？
そうですね。もともとはそうだったと思います。
Oh, good.
もともと？
今はただのアパートです。間宮家が所有している。
I don't believe you.
へえ、アパート所有とか、間宮さんちって金持ちなんだ。
いいえ、ただ父方の実家が古い家なだけです。
でも実家が金持ちなら。
なんでも父と母は駆け落ちらしくて、二人がお金持ちというわけではなかったみたいです。ここの名義も田舎の間宮名義だったと思いますし。
新白レンゲ協会って名前だけど。
そうですね。白レンゲ協会の関連団体でした。
でしたって。
はい。今はこのように
I
宗
don't
教
believe
団
you.
体でもなんでもなく、ただのアパートですから。
I really don't believe you.
今ここと白レンゲ協会と関係は？
全くありません。まあ母の中では関係あることになっているのでしょうけど。
お母さんの中では？
だいぶ昔にお母さんは白レンゲ協会に所属してたんですよ。 かなりの地位まで上り詰めたらしいですけど、
How?
そうなんだ。
その後腹いせなのか、あるいは愛憎なのか、白レンゲ協会に似た名前の
それがこの新白レンゲ協会。
はい。最初は白レンゲ協会から脱退した数人と活動していたのですが、
心を。
はい。肉親が立て続けに死にましたので、
肉親が？
父が癌で、兄が事故で死にました。
You had two? What?
兄？
私には双子の兄がいたのですよ。
A twin brother, so he would have been younger than Mamiya Takuji.
立て続けに二人とも亡くなったので、それから母は精神を病んでしまって。
こんな感じになってしまったと。
はい、そうですね。
なるほど。新白レンゲ協会は実質上はないものと同じってこと？
そうなります。
でもサイトは残っている。
母はいつでもああやって壁ばかり見ているのですが、たまにパソコンをつけると熱心に調べ物を始めたりするんですよ。
何を探しているの？
Anything?
さあ、お母さん的には意味がある言葉なのでしょうけど、私には理解しかねます。
ウェブボットプロジェクトはお母さんが？
あ、いいえ、あれは私の知り合いが作りました。
それなりに高度な知識がないとあんなの作れないよね。
その方曰くギャグだそうです。
ギャグ？ギャグであんなもの作るとか迷惑なやつだな。で、あれは本当に予言しているの？
あと少しで未来を超えると言ってました。
あと少しで未来を超える？
はい、あれってその方曰くネットで話題の用語で事件性があるものを抽出して予言として書き込むというシステムらしいですよ。
は？何それ？
構築し始めの時は話題に出てから1日ぐらいして反映されるレベルだったのですけど、今はかなり改良されていて、話題がある一定を超えて数秒ぐらいで反映されるみたいです。24時間から数秒まで減ったのだから、あと少しで現在を超えて未来の書き込みを反映させられるって言ってました。
That guy was a bit strange. Was he a dumbass who'd make something like that as a joke?
つまりはあれは疑似予言装置なんだ。
はい。
Wow.
後出しじゃんけんでより早く反映させ、
Huh.
あたかも予言をしているかのように見せる。
Huh. Wow. Wow. Isn't that something I said? Wow. Yeah.
難しいことはわかりませんが、知り合いの方は嬉しそうに
What? You
未
can't
来の果てまであと3ミリと言ってました。
can't measure distance with time. That's not how it works. That guy was an idiot, no doubt about it.
ですので、あんなものを信じてる人なんかいないと思います。事件が起きた時にちゃんとチェックしてれば後出しなのはわかりますから。
Because it's like saying I'm 8 feet from Tuesday. It makes no sense at all. You have to have some unit of time in there. You can't just say millimeter. I'm 8 millimeters from Tuesday. What? Are you high? This guy's stupid. Anyone who believes it, oh my god. Everyone's crazy here. Oh my god.
なるほど。大きな事件があった時にそのサイトを見ればわかるっていうわ
And
け
then
ね。
you see it and it's like, oh my god, it's been here. Actually, to really fuck with them, you set the post date to be like 2 years previous.
だいたいしれっと予言の項目として増やされてますから。
Wow. What's up with that? What a nonsensical invention. Why would someone make that even as a gag?
本当は
Just to fuck
こ
with
んな
people?
も
I
のも
would.
削除してしまった方がいいのでしょうけど、お母さんがこのサイトを見ている時だけ
She's
生き
crazy.
生きしているので、
I know where Takaji gets it.
多分誰も見てないでしょうし。 でもユキさんは見てここまで来られたのですよね。
I also find it very impossible to believe that no one else has actually gone and investigated this. Like, it's so well known. Like, no one went to investigate where it's from? Come on now. Really? No one? Come on.